And if he didn't go to the Sixers, you'd be saying the same thing.
Hey, he's got he was trash until he joined the Sixers.
That's funny. Anyway, we'll talk.
LeBron, Bron. Yeah.
That is crazy. Wow. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that when more people get on. But good Sunday. Yo, we're talking about Cologne, man. Can you tell everybody what you said?
Oh, he trying to put my business out in the street, man.
I just think it's crazy. Like I never
wear no cologne at work.
That is wild.
Never wore. Here's the reason why. Several reasons. Okay. One, I never wore cologne at work because it's kind of a half reason because when I was young in rank, it didn't really apply. But when I gained more rank, I noticed like what I didn't want to do because I'm a handsome dude. You know what I'm saying? I look pretty good. I didn't want people to get the wrong idea and they're like, "Ooh, he smelled good." Whatever. So I didn't want to wear any cologne for that. Two, I always felt like, between my hygiene, deodorant, soap, I'm going to naturally smell great anyway. So I don't need no cologne. And plus, most people, unlike most people, I have multiple uniforms. I had about 12, 13 sets of OCPs and different variations.
Okay.
Different variations, right?
Okay.
So I would rotate OCPs or uniforms out every other day. What I don't understand is people who wear cologne and they wear the same OCP the whole week. I don't get it, especially if you're not in the office setting. Pack you up, man. You a little funky underneath the OCP jacket.
Anyway, yeah.
Not only that, I just felt like, I'm not going to the club. I'm going to work.
But especially if you're an office worker or got to go to a lot of meetings, like you're in close proximity with a lot of people. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying you got to smell like you're in the club. I'm not saying you got to smell like you just came out of a dang cologne shop.
Yeah.
But I mean, you spray some, like I told you before, when I knew I had a meeting coming up, I sprayed some on. Before I went in the commander's office, sprayed some on.
Nah, man, nah.
It was before I went to lunch, sprayed some on. When I got back from lunch, sprayed some on.
Dude, come to work musty.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, baby?
But I mean, I just found it. When you were a security force and we got to wear all the gear, it doesn't even matter. You mixing stank with cologne. That's not a good look. But as you came up in rank and in meetings all the time, talking to high level people, going out even when you're not meetings, like. So wait a minute. When you had after work functions, did you go out or did you put on?
Yeah, I wore cologne then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never in uniform. I never wore cologne. Never in uniform.
Not even blues.
No, I did in blues. Yeah.
Okay.
I just felt like that was a different environment, but not in OCPs.
That is too much. You spray one in the morning, and when I got to spray all the time. Yeah. What's up, Tony?
Yes, Rick, right.
Not you for breezing. Hey, a lot of people do. A lot of people do. Yeah. I done that before. I ain't gonna lie. I sprayed for breeze when I was deployed. I love my oldest son to death, man, my junior, and he's guilty of that. He sprays too much cologne, and it is to the point where it engulfs you, like it just smacks you in the face. That's why I'm always very careful not to spray a lot of cologne. Gooch, what's up, man? That's some stupid. You're retarded. But let's get to these topics and we'll go around real quick. First of all, I want to talk about, let me know if my mic is messing up too. Sorry about the internet. We'll have it fixed next week, promised. You didn't watch it. The WNBA All Star game was yesterday. Friday, they had the 3-point contest, and let me give the WNBA flowers first. They had the 3-point contest, and they had like the little skills shooting where they shoot around. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So they did that. Well, they brought in high school players, one for each team. There was 4 teams, a high school player to play with them. I thought that was dope. So they got to shoot around with them. I thought that was really cool. So they had a WNBA player, a retired WNBA player, and a high school player. I saw the girls nail the 3-point contest. That is all I saw. I mean, that's my girl right there. Don't talk about my girl. That's my girl. AZ Fudd. That's my girl. But they call him Pretty Pete. For sure. I'm light skinned. There might be some light skinned stuff. But so yeah, I think the NBA should have done that. I always said that. They should have always brought in like a high school player to play with the NBA's All Stars. I thought that would be cool.
I guess I'm a purist. I miss the good old days where it was just East versus West.
Well, this is Friday. You know, the day before where they usually have the rookies versus sophomores game, and then 3-point contest, dunk contest. Of course, WNBA dunking. So there ain't no point in having that. Look, I was WNBA dunk contest.
Girl that dunked last night, though.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she actually was a nice dunk. Very nice.
6'6", I guess.
But they made it. Don't worry about it. I want to show, now that you brought up, let me show you highlights from WNBA All Star. I'm going to commentate these while we're watching them. And you ain't seen this. So we're going to get your live reaction as well. All right. So this is WNBA All Star game highlights, right? This first shot down here, this is Gabby Williams, very good player, taking the shot. Let me make sure the volume's off. All right, it is. Shooting. Oh, shit. Air ball.
Bruh.
Coming down late. Alley-oop, alley-oop. Do you think she made it?
No.
Not only did she miss, she didn't get the rebound. Coming down, wide open layup. Throw it off the backboard. Dunk. Oh. Wide open layup. Oh. Oh, this is Asia Wilson, miss. Get it back. This ball gets thrown out of bounds. Yo, this turnaround jumper. This is Khalil Copper. This is a women's Olympic player right here. A women's Olympic player. Let me go back before I mess it up. Oh, I already messed it up. Turnaround jumper. Loses the ball, comes back, got the ball, wide open shot.
Dang.
Angel Reese coming down the lane, straight down the middle. Nobody in her way. Blocked. What the hell was that? Oh, don't worry, it gets worse. Gets a wide open layup. Take a look at your right side of the screen. Angel Reese getting helped up because she fell over her own feet.
Is that Angel Reese or Aja Wilson?
That's Aja Wilson in the blue. Aja Reese is in the pink.
Hmm?
Angel Reese is in the pink.
I thought Aja Wilson was the one with the pink hair.
No, that's Angel Reese.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it gets better. Oh, it gets way better. Don't worry about it. This is the girl who dunked. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's look at this. Brick, don't worry, I got it back. How the hell do you airball that? How do you airball this? Look at it. Brick, airball. How do you airball that? How is that even remotely possible? This is the WNBA All Star game. This is what people paid upwards of $600 to $1,000 for to watch this. You know, they gave 60 seats. They upgraded 60 seats because nobody was sitting in the front row. 60. 60. Let me put this in perspective because people were talking about the NBA. And we're just going to let these bloopers run, what they call the WNBA highlights. The NBA All Star game is coming out to Phoenix next year. You know how much the city is going to make from them coming out?
How much?
$400 million.
For the WNBA doing
No. For the NBA All Star game for 3 days. Okay. $400 million. You know how much Chicago made for the WNBA coming out for 2 days? It's really 3, but we'll just say 2.
How much?
$40 million. Do you see the difference?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not surprising. I mean, the two different leagues are far apart when it comes to impact and performance and talent. So it's not surprising. I mean, are you saying like I mean, they're not, these are bad highlights, I admit, but going to the comments, I mean, Tony is like, stop acting like they don't do the same garbage in the NBA All Star game.
So I looked up the NBA bloopers. All I saw was missed dunks. Not this crap. Not this. How you airball a wide open shot a foot from the rim when you're 6 foot? Going back to Shaq's point, lower the freaking hoop.
Lower the hoop. You said that this is an all-star game, though. I mean, they're not really
Wait
playing.
a minute. But then how do you miss this? How do you miss this? How do you airball that?
It's a pickup game.
Look at this. Now, airballs like that, I'll give you that. That happens all the time. Alley-oop. Why the hell did you think you were going to get that alley-oop? Throw it off the backboard. When has that ever happened? Wide open layup. Miss. Here you go. Miss. Don't worry. We'll get it back to you. Stolen. This is why the WNBA, and these are supposed to be the best of the best. Best of the best. Tony Bostic, I'm not being disrespectful. This is why you can't have men in women's leagues. Look at that. She's laughing at her. She's laughing at her. She told in the press conference, I wasn't even trying to block that. I just had my hands up, make it look like I was playing defense. Horrible. Horrible. I'm done. WNBA.
They deserve more money. I mean, after what we just saw, do you think they really deserve more money, Tony? I'm curious.
Tony, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my freaking mind.
I would love to hear your rationale. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just saying, how can we justify paying them more money for this type of performance?
I'm going to lose. When they couldn't even sell out the stadium for an All Star game. They didn't even sell out the stadium. They upgraded 60 seats. When have you ever heard of an NBA upgrading their seats for an all-star game? They might upgrade one or two. 60 tickets got upgraded. There was only 19,000 people there.
I think Tony's right. They did get more money, but probably not this amount of money they originally wanted.
Oh, yeah, they got a lot more money. And you know what? That's going to bankrupt the league. The league is going to go bankrupt because of it. As soon as the NBA stops subsidizing them, they're bankrupt. They're bankrupt.
So you don't think I wish I had the numbers here, but I'm curious to see if they're doing better at this point now versus at the same point last year. Because you can make the argument they've got some good players, young players.
Yes.
As making some, between Paige Beckers, Azzi Fudd, Fudd or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they've
Olivia
got
Miles,
good players. Sophia Cunningham. Now, Sophia Cunningham is awesome, man. She's like in WNBA.
But anyway, her shoe released.
Yeah, I heard
she had a shoe. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Yeah. She's good. But anyway. I don't think they deserve more money. I think you could almost argue that it's highway robbery for some of the players, that they even getting paid this much money for this. And it kind of goes back to the argument with the NBA too. Stop effing around with people, fans watching this stuff and paying money. Y'all need to find a way to make the All-Star game more relevant and put competition in it. Back to the Kobe days where they were like guarding you like the dang finals was on the line.
Right.
This bullish shooting around. I can go to the gym for that.
Right.
I pay these people that pay money in all-star games, especially the NBA, to see bullish people throwing up bricks. They're not guarding each other, whatever, and they score 150 points. Where's the fun in that?
Right. You're 100% right.
To your point to the WNBA, somebody said on there in the comments on Facebook, they was getting on this guy because he was saying, "Oh, so and so dunked. It must have lowered the rim." And it was like, "Well, you can't dunk the ball. newsflash, he don't get paid to dunk the ball. He's a regular person. He's paying money to see you play. So if I'm paying you money to see you play, I want to see you play to your highest level. And these, to your point earlier, these are all-star players. But it looked like it in some cases last night. Some of them, there were some good highlights. Bud winning the three-point contest was pretty cool. I did see some of that. Mm-hmm. But that exchange you just showed, trash. Pack them up.
Everything else was just three-pointers. And they call them logo threes. Like, that's like the new cool thing. Logo three.
Oh, what's a logo?
Logo when they shoot it from deep. That's what they call it now. Logo. And it all started with Logo Lillard. That's what they started it. Because Lillard was hitting from the logo, which is like midcourt. It's like right in front of midcourt. And so I'm like, yo, they're shooting deep threes. Like, okay.
Tony, I'm looking at your comment. I take it that you are 100% satisfied with the play of the WNBA. I'm curious. And if you are, is it because you're coming from the perspective of being a woman or an actual paying customer of watching the WNBA sports-wise?
And it's interesting you say that the Wizards won 17 games last year.
She said, "How you back with y'all to this?"
She said, "I'll be back with y'all topic. Hey, we'll see you back." Hey, last year the Wings won 10 games and Chicago won 10 games. So let's hold on.
Wait a minute,
let's hold on.
You watched the WNBA over soccer? You mean over the World Cup?
Nah, he can't be talking about the World Cup.
You can't be serious.
He can't
Rick.
be talking about the World Cup.
Drug test you, Rick. Drug test you. You can't be serious.
He can't be talking about that.
No, he can't.
Tony, we'll switch topics because I'm not a WNBA. You know what? I like the players. And Philly know this more than a lot of people. I watch the game. I like players. Sonia Citron, Veronica Burton.
Said next topic.
He got sexual abused by WNBA. He uses the platform to get back at her. Yeah, I just said I watched the game. What up, Chad? I watched the game. It sucks. What do you want me to do?
They suck. What do you want me to do?
Like, for real. I don't get it. Like Shaq said, lower the hoop. And some of the players I like. Asia Wilson. I love Asia Wilson. Alicia Gray. Jackie Young. Paige Beckers, AZ Fudd. Kayla McBride. I watch these girls. So it's not the girls, it's the league. The league is trash. So fire Engelbert, which hopefully this is her last season as the commissioner. Get a new commissioner. I'm not even saying a male or female, gay or straight, don't care. Get a commissioner in there and run the league correctly. You are not exploiting great talent. All right, we listen to our viewers. Next topic. We listen to our viewers. We listen to our viewers. Thank y'all for indulging me for that topic. Thank you, Tony. The All Star game did so. All right, next topic. We're done. We're done. Did you see Joshua decide around KO? I thought talking about Anthony Joshua. I know he fought. I didn't pay for it because it was on pay-per-view. She's trying to change the topic. I already know what she's doing. But you want to bring up the next topic. I'm trying to look for this KO that he had.
Yo, so question. I had a phone call from an old troop. And he asked me, do you think, they wouldn't go into detail, but let me ask you guys this. Do you think it's fair for a commander or a chief or a shirt to fail their PT test or fail their waist test and it doesn't get broadcast to the unit, meaning it doesn't go on the slides for people to see. You're not seeing it in the staff meeting or whatever. But everybody else, if you fail your test or your waist measurement, it comes up on a slide and they track it. Do you think it's fair that commanders and chiefs and shirts in that regard are respected or protected? I'm sorry. Put it in the comments.
One, I don't think they should be failing. But if it does happen, I'll say I don't think it's fair. I think they should be on the slides like everybody else. Now, it depends where. If you're talking about staff meetings with the staff leadership, yeah, put it on the slides. Now, if you're talking about like commander's call, which they wouldn't put failures on commander's call slide, but somewhere like public like that, probably not. That it discredits the commander, it discredits the chief, and it discredits the shirt. My opinion.
Why would it not discredit them? So when you say discredit, what do you mean by exactly?
Because they're expected, if you're leading an organization, to do those small things.
Okay. So Tony, I'm curious. Do you feel like if you
Good point. Good point.
Chad said if you got a big back, they know you got a big back already. Put that shit on a slideshow. Here's my argument. I'm for it both ways. I think in some cases, you being a commander, out of respect, you earn the ability of some discretion, right? I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I would imagine when folks in the CSS do it, they do it because they want like, hey, look, we're going to protect the commander. We don't want this commander to be embarrassed. This commander, 9 times out of 10, is showing up on different people's slideshows at the wing and at the MatchCom, NAF level. And they're like, look, they got a whole bunch of other stuff to deal with. This one is a small blight. Let's take care of this person. Whereas they look at everybody else, not the same responsibilities, whatever. I know y'all guys going to flame me for it and say shouldn't matter, but I'd imagine that's why they do it.
I agree with Tony. If you're putting passes, you should be putting fails. If you could deal with the good, you definitely got to deal with the bad. Never had one. If they did, it was in there. My name was on the dental list for 6 months. I stood on it because that dental section was like the WNBA. Okay, all right, Tony, we're moving on. We're moving on. Both Tonys coming in hot. Transparency. Hey, we all have bad days. Yep, Tony, don't do that.
But you can't say, I don't agree with when people say you can have bad days. The commander,
I don't agree with that either.
Especially the commander and the chief and the shirt, you can't have bad days. We say so you can. Let me clarify. We say you can, but you just said a few minutes ago, y'all shouldn't be failing anyway, right?
Shouldn't be failing. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So and then even if a commander, chief, or shirt failed a PT test and they pass afterwards, you think they're gonna be able to escape that? They're still gonna be on people's minds. It's gonna continue. It's no different than you failed a QC test and then you pass. They're still going to remember the failure. So it's even more magnified for your leadership team.
Answer interesting. The slides are for leadership. It's a snapshot on what's going on in the unit. It does not need to be on the leadership slides because they already know. But it's for the unit. It's for the unit.
Why does a unit have to know?
Like Chad said, it's called accountability.
Accountability takes different forms and shapes.
True. Right? I like that.
Is that holding somebody accountable, put them on the slide?
It means that nobody's above the standard.
That's the key. The standard is the standard to throw people on the slides. The slide is intended for your leadership to track, right? So if your leadership is the one that fails, who needs to track it? See what I'm saying? I love your response. I can see both sides of it. Now, if it's part of it, like case in point, you know how they used to have slides and maybe in SF squadrons where they say like those who failed their QC or whatever, right? And so the flight chiefs can see. That makes sense, right?
But if a flight chief fails?
Contraire. Good. Hey, touche. Touche.
You would put that up there.
You should. You should. But I would argue it falls in line with the same thing with the commander.
Interested. Okay, let's say the slides was going to the wing commanders. Does that change things?
No. It does. So in other words, if you're at the squadron level and a commander at the squadron level fails, 9 times out of 10, the wing commander or at least the group commander is going to know because that's their supervisor. So it's pointless to put them on the slide. Now, if the wing commander says, I want a slideshow of all the commanders in the wing and their PT stats, your troops won't see it. Only the commander will see it, maybe the deputy, command chief. That's it. Maybe the other commanders. But your airmen are not going to see it anyway.
Well, yeah. Okay, so, bro, how do you fail a PT test for real? Other than being legitimate, sick, or there is no reason leadership should fail. Put your name on the damn. Here's a question, Tony B.
Exactly reason why you cannot put these people on the list. We heard it twice here. I'll pause.
Because they shouldn't fail?
Yeah, that's the point. I thought we said they're humans, right? People have bad days, right?
So
we
that
talk
means
about transparency, right? We talk about, transparency. Everybody has a bad day, but then we have stuff like this. People fail. That's what happens. Whether you're leadership or not, everybody fails. Some people, I never failed a PT test. Thank the Lord. Never did. I had some bad days, though. There were days I looked at my watch and I was like, shit. I gotta get moving. Or I'm starting my crunches and I'm pooting because I had some bad food last night. And I'm like, and they like,
I apologize for my outburst.
They're like, 30 seconds. I'm like, shit. So it can happen.
What up, Dale in the building? Dale, if you ever failed a PT test, would you want to put on the slides? I know you wouldn't care, but question for you, Tony Bostic. If you're late on EPBs, do you think that should be on the slides? Or a decoration? I think that gets put on the slides, actually. They just say who it's sitting with. But, let it be. This is the trick. This is the difference. If it's sitting with the flight chief or a supervisor, they'd be like, push that thing up tomorrow. I want to see that thing tomorrow. But if it's sitting with the chief, the first sergeant kind of depends on the squadron. If it's sitting with chief or the commander, nobody says anything. Commander just be like, I'll get that out. So I think accountability, to Chad's point, is right. If the chief passes, do you think that should be on the list, on the slides?
I don't think either should be on the slide. I think it's pointless.
Okay, at least you're saying.
So going back to their example I use, it's the troop that called me. He said, and again, I preface this by saying I think Ant's saying this. Let me say what Ant's got to say, and it kind of relates to what he's saying. Ant said, before I retired, I did notice that more and more troops of all ranks felt the need to know everything going on in the unit, no matter how big or small. We all have always heard that rank has its privileges. I don't always agree, but this is one of those situations. So going to my point, the list that they have at the staff meeting is for tracking purposes. And this list for tracking purposes is only for folks that's in the room, i.e. your staff, i.e. your mid-level leadership, maybe the flight chiefs for a security forces squadron, right? Mm-hmm. So who's it for tracking who? It's for tracking your leadership, right? And ultimately, who's the number one person that need to know this? Your commander. Mm-hmm. Maybe next your chief, your first sergeant, right? Mm-hmm. So if they fail, he's tracking already. It's not about protecting them or her. It's about, look, hey, and 9 out of 10, your CSS know if they fail. Because they're the one.
True.
They're the ones that's giving out the test, either administering it or, well, let's be honest, no commander is going to the wing to take the test. Their CSS is doing it. And shout out to the CSS who actually failing him. And not only that, shout out for the commander for not holding against the CSS for failing them. So let's start there. So after he or she failed, I don't want to give out too much information, but when they failed, the CSS is like, hey, they already know he failed. They ain't got to sit there like, hey, sir, just let you know, or ma'am, you failed your test. So now he knows what he or she's got to do. So why do we need to put it on a tracking slot? He knows already.
Okay, a couple comments. Tony Boss says, hell yes. That's how you fix garbage. Hiding it makes it look like you make a standard and cannot uphold it yourself.
How is that hiding it?
You know, Rick Review got something crazy to say. When you get out, nobody gives a F if you pass, mix, fail. It doesn't matter, but while you're in, it matters. I don't even know what they slides or must be an Air Force, definitely an Air Force thing. All right, let's see what Chad says. The PT test is a standard of many. Why do we hold it to a different higher standard? If your hair is too long, ? Failure to meet the standard. If your boots ain't bloused, failure to meet the standard. Why is PT held to a higher standard? Just curious. It's a standard of many.
Perfect.
True.
Hey, Chad, I have subscribed to the same thought process. A standard is a standard. All this, you come to work late.
Point, Tony.
Yeah, LOC. You come to work, you in shape, LOC, but you fail a PT test. Oh, hellfire and brimstone, the world's coming to an end, you shitbag or whatever. The standard's the standard.
Well, I will say, okay, let me say this.
Point when he says they didn't fail him, they failed themselves. What am I missing with that?
Because he's saying that the CS didn't fail them; they failed themselves.
Okay, so let me. So the key point is. Let me make this is key. The key point is when you say that, I get that, Tony. But the key point is, and I've seen it many times, where they will stretch the rules to ensure they pass.
Yeah. Yep.
This CSS, and even more importantly, I'm assuming this commander decided, hey, a spade is a spade. I didn't make whatever component, I failed. Shout out to both of them. And when we say they shouldn't do it, it shouldn't, but I guarantee you it happens a lot. It happens a whole lot. This is a one-off, I guarantee you.
This is what I was about to say. Tony took the words out of my mouth. All standards are not the same. The only difference between PT is a readiness thing. It's a readiness thing.
I don't agree.
PT is PT not a readiness thing.
Well, you being able to follow the standard, whatever standard, is a readiness thing too, right?
Well, to a certain extent, but
you
PT
can't come to work on time. Isn't that a readiness standard?
Not to
this because you pass your PT test. Does that mean you're ready to go to work?
No, that means that you're eligible to deploy.
Because I guarantee you, there's a lot of people that pass their test, and you get them out there to do some stuff, they can't do it.
That's true.
I mean, which is another story. The PT standard in the Air Force is, I won't say it's weak, because there's some people that's failing it, but it's not difficult.
Do you see Rick Review's comment?
What do you say? What is an Air Force? Stop. Right. You stop. Give other people a chance. Okay.
Oh my God.
Every week, Rick, stop. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Reviews has the comment of the day. And let me go back to what he said. Rick Review says, what is an Air Force PT test? A round of ping pong and a light jog? ? Congratulations.
Oh my God.
You have comment of the day so far.
The only reason it's funny because I can see that being the truth. That's the only reason it's
the commercial funny. I seen some, you see those memes on Facebook.
I'm sweating.
You see the Air Force people. Like there's an Air Force Facebook meme of a guy coming out in a restaurant. It says Air Force dinner. And he comes out, he's got the little, napkin around his arm like a maitre d', and he has a bottle of Monster, white Monster, right? The no sugar one. And he's pouring it. and the Air Force guys stirring around the wine glass, smelling it. Very
That's
accurate.
funny. Chad said, speaking of PT, I'm about to roll up in the gym and work on this. Okay, big back. We'll just leave it at that. It's a must. Airmen are watching. I'm not ending up on any one slide. Some standards are tracked and some are not for a reason. We tripping. I agree with Tony B.
I still think, you know what, man? I still believe we put too much emphasis on PT. PT is important for your health. And when we say you don't, and just in my personal opinion, I wanted to make sure I didn't end up on any slide for any standard.
That's true. Right.
Any standard. I didn't want to show up to an SRR, a readiness inspection, if that's what they still call it, and my ribbons were crooked.
Right.
I didn't want to show up and my uniform, to Chad's point, when he had corrected me and said I had the wrong function badge on and I had the services badge on, he wanted to make sure I didn't look bad in front of the troops because it would look bad in a hot suit to be out there with the wrong function badge, right?
That would have been horrible.
So it's no different for PT. And I would argue there are people out there that's using PT as a weapon for people's promotion and awards.
True.
No different than what they did back in the day. Who had the best crease uniform?
You got to go home.
Or, hey, you know what? Council uniform looked better than Pete. He should win the award.
Yeah.
The people got pissed off about that.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway,
yeah.
I think PT is very important because you as a leader, you should be able to follow all the standard. But everybody's human. Everybody have bad days. Shout out to the CSS, won't mention their name, and the commander for holding the line and saying, look, a spade is a spade. The only thing they didn't do is put his name or her name on the tracking sheet. And I would argue again, that tracking sheet is for him. For him.
Or her.
Thank you.
Let's see. Oh, Tony B. He's still lit up. As a defender, you're supposed to be a war fighter.
As an airman, you're supposed to be a war fighter, not just defender. Airman.
A wrong function badge won't save a life. A physical fitness person will.
No, actually it will. It's called attention to detail.
Very true.
Attention to detail.
Because
it's not like I just haphazardly picked a function badge. You can do it and nobody cares. There's a specific function badge for each AFSC. I, as a senior, picked the wrong function badge. If I would have went out there in front of the formation and somebody would have caught it, what are they going to think about the op suit? You telling us to make sure that we follow all the steps for DUI processing, you can't even get your function badge right. So I would argue anytime you cannot follow the standard, whether small or large, could be affected. And I would argue folks who don't pass their PT test, are you telling me they're not war ready? You think there's people that went to war and they passed their PT test? We spent 3 years, 3-4 years during COVID, right? No PT test. And we were still fighting wars, right? And we were still, doing stuff, right? So tell me. so don't, nothing against you, Tony. You the man, you the gooch. I love you, brother. But this stuff about people not being able to do their PT, they ain't war ready is bullish. I don't believe that one bit.
Pack him up or what?
No, I wouldn't say
we're
pack
not.
him up.
All right. Chad said, but let's be real. Physical fitness will soon be included in promotion boards now that the scores are on the EPBs. Terrible. The PT test and scores falls separately on the or solely on the member.
Terrible.
It's their personal responsibility. I agree with that.
Terrible.
I agree with that.
Bad idea.
I'm all for it.
Bad idea.
As long as it's a standard that's on there, it's not left up to interpretation.
It should
I'm
be
all for it.
Pass or fail. Pass or fail.
Now, if you're saying because Council got an 89 and Pete got a 90, he should get promoted. Now that's crazy.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's wild.
Or fail. That's it. Yeah. Did you pass or did you fail? That's all that matters.
With the function badge, is that like a class A ribbon or a ladder? It's a patch to say what your job is. It's a patch. I don't even know what you call it.
Like an occupational badge.
Yeah, it's a badge. That's the word. A badge.
It's to tell folks which specific job or.
Not that anybody knows. Not that anybody looks at it and be like, oh, your services.
Yeah,
oh,
like
your intel.
Well, Chad knew. Well, I mean, that's how Chad is.
Yeah. But
I argued him at first too. I was like, no, it's right. He said, no, see it, look, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
When we did SRR, somebody had a security forces function badge on. And the commander noticed. I didn't even notice.
They should have packed that person up, sent them straight to the security forces technical school. Like, congratulations.
That's crazy. Rick Review said, like the Cub Scouts. Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, Rick, you about to get packed up, man. Cut the stuff out, man.
Yeah, like the Cub Scouts. Kinda. Good way to think about it. Like the Cub Scouts, but not. But, Birds in the building. What up, big dog? Can you read that one?
The Air Force has always struggled with a culture of physical fitness, especially compared to the other services. True. We need to develop a culture and environment from the top down that makes time and promotes physical fitness. Aging myself, but I remember the bike. Oh, God, don't bring up the bike.
I don't remember the bike.
Oh, don't bring it. Bruh, I lied. I apologize to all my viewers out there. I did fail a PT test when I was a young airman. It was the bike test. I failed 2 bike tests. I almost got kicked out for it, too. And you know the funny thing was? I could run like a gazelle. But get on that bike, it scared the mess out of me. They always say, slow down, airman. Slow down. Breathe. Slow down. Test cut off. And I'm like, well, what happened? Did I fail? They're like, oh, it's inconclusive. That's all I take again. No, you get 2 inconclusives. That's a failure. Anyway.
Interesting. You get a Bobcat patch for passing your PT test the 3rd try. I don't know what Bobcat has to do with anything. So he says, not saying it doesn't matter because it does. One does matter more. All standards are not equal. Is there a difference between being late and getting a DUI? Both are failing the standards, but treated differently because one is worse than the others. What am I missing? You're right. Oh, shoot. At Intelligent 370.
Oh, man.
There needs to be a yearly job knowledge assessment score and go with there is. You get an SKT.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my other question. What do you think about people who get below a 50% on their SKT? Do you think they should be held accountable for that?
I want to go back to Tony's statement, and
let me read Chad's, and then I'll let you go.
And this, I'll just go with what Chad said because I agree with him too. Reporting the late to work is a failed standard. Getting a DUI is committing a crime. There's a difference. It's a difference between a standard and a crime. Every standard is important. I'm telling you, I ain't in no more, so it don't really matter that much. But every standard is important. We should not think one is worse than the other. They're all important, and they all can lead to something. You know what I mean? Like somebody come to work late one time and you get a missed standard, you fail a standard there. So now as a supervisor, I'm watching. See if you're gonna come late again. And then you come to me and say, I want to be a patrolman. I'm gonna remember you came to work late. And I'm gonna tell you, you show me you can come to work late, then I'll put you on patrol. So it's no different than a PT test. If you fail a PT test, you can't put in for an award. You can't even put in for an award. There's a lot of stuff you can't do when you fail a PT test, which never understood that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can get an LOR. Well, no, I'll take it back. There are cases where some wings, if you get an LOR and it's in your record and it's current, you can't put it in for the award. So I'll take that back.
Yeah, I agree with Tony to a certain extent. I don't agree with DUI. Like Chad said, it's a crime. He's 100% right. So that's a little bit egregious, more than showing up late. It's kind of hit or miss, but I will say this. Whatever the decision is, it needs to be a standard because I don't want to go to one unit and it's a standard like this and another unit, it's a standard like that. It needs to be standardized. So I'll ask you the question, how do you standardize it?
You
standard.
You can't, because one thing I will say, I think when Tony says, okay, that's fair, filling a QC and being late are different. But you can't standardize the punishment because every commander is different. Every supervisor is different. To Tony's point earlier, I had command like Opalowski, you felt, she didn't play. You could not do PT.
Yeah, she didn't like that.
But I would argue, and maybe I'll say this I'll be very careful with this one because Tony would know more than me. But I would imagine Colonel Babbitt wasn't that huge. She was big on PT, but probably not as much as Opalowski. And Tony, if I'm wrong, just virtually thump me in the head. But I would tell you, I've had commander I served with, the wing commander I served with in the desert. Hey, love him to death. I won't mention his name, but he wasn't big on PT. He was chugging Coca-Cola. He had like lines of Coca-Cola on his desk. But somehow they seem fit to make him a wing commander, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't standardize. Every commander is different.
Yeah, I just would appreciate if it was standardized somehow. Maybe not, but punishment, I mean, discipline, punishment, something like that. I agree with what you're saying. It's different. You're not. CCs are different. Yeah, CCs are different. But if they have a standard to go off of, then there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, it's not like showing up late, right? If you show up late, it depends on your supervisor. Say you're an all-star troop and you show up late one time. Now, I don't think you should get an LOR for that.
Depends on the severity.
That's true. Communication is big, right? If you call
movement.
Oh yeah, that's different. For
TDY.
Yeah.
Deployment.
So, yeah. I mean, I guess that's showing up late, but it's also classified as missing a movement. That's
technically if you don't show up to work, that's AWOL.
You don't miss a move. Yeah, no, it has to be within 24 hours. You have to be gone for 24 hours.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I bet you.
Good, because I'm a shirt. Don't forget that.
You ain't even know.
Don't forget that.
Lord, thank you for
Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
God bless you.
No. You have to be gone for a certain period of time. It's not like you show up 5 minutes late and all of a sudden you're AWOL.
Or what's not the term? It's not AWOL. It's
absent without leave.
I don't even know if it's that one.
Good. While you look it up, so I can wait for my flowers. I can't wait to get my flowers.
I ain't giving you
know what? You would come to the shirt and you'd be like, sure, I wish Dale Brown was still on here. Shirt, I got troop who late, AWOL.
Okay, so now eat your crow.
Here we go.
AWOL Article 86 does not require proof that the member intended to stay away permanently. It simply means the absence was unauthorized. Article 85, desertion, applies when an absence exceeds 30 days or if there is clear evidence of an intent to stay away permanently. You ain't no shirt. Pack you up. You ain't no shirt.
You can't read the cliff notes and that be everything. You can't just read the you got to read
the key. Well, you look it up. You tell me.
I will. Can you read that comment while you're looking at that?
Pack you up. He's like, I'm a first sergeant. Pack you up. Chad, show me a picture of Pete's diamond when y'all took it. Proof of life. Rick Review says, could an Air Force wing or squad, whatever you call them, who passed their PT test, Rick Reviews the savage. I would tell you, Rick, I think probably not. Because not all commanders, there's some really fit commanders out there, but there's some chubby ones. Chubby commanders. So I would say probably not.
AWOL is when a service member is away from the post or duty without official permission. Now there's more. And without the intent to return.
Okay.
That is the key.
Okay, no. Back up. Don't speed past it. You said 30 days, did you not?
I did say 30 days.
Did.
That was desertion. That was desertion. But like I said, I was wrong on the 30 days. I was wrong on that. But just because they're 5 minutes late doesn't mean you can get them with AWOL. That's also what I said. That's also what I said.
Did you correct? Let me make sure I understand clearly so I could break down.
I said both things. Both things could be true. Both things could be true.
I just want to be clear. You said matter of fact, read it again.
Oh, sorry. A service member who is away from their post or duty without official permission, comma, and without the intent to return.
Okay. So your argument is you feel like you're halfway right because you said, right? Yes. So here's the key. You don't know if they're intending to come to work or not. So what do? You could charge them with the article, and then after you fish through the investigation, then you determine if they were planning on coming to work or not.
Sure.
Exactly. Pack you up, man.
You could charge anybody with any article. That's
why I'm a former command chief. That's why.
You could see a person looking like they're jewelry-eyed and charge them with use of drugs.
Right. Right.
Anyway, semantic. Back to the point. What did Rick Review say? Could an Air Force Winger Squadron, whatever you call them, who passed their PT, has beat a WNBA team 100%?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I could get a squadron basketball team to beat a dang WNBA team. What's up, Kevin?
What's up, brother?
Administrative actions also vary by the unit and AFSC. Very true. Very true.
I want to quickly ask
Kevin real quick, disrespectful.
Because Kevin is a retired chief. Kevin, if a fellow chief, your commander or first sergeant failed a PT test, and you normally track it for the staff meetings, do you think it's wrong not to put their name on the staff meeting that they have a PT failure? Or would you subscribe to the idea that the tracking is for the commander? He already know he fails, so why put it on the slide? I'm curious.
Chad always coming for my diamond. He's been coming for my diamond before I even had it on. He's been coming for my diamond. Don't worry, now that I'm retired, I'm going to a new job where they let me put the diamond back on. So I have it. I'll show you the picture. But my question is, what do you feel about different punishments or disciplinary actions for AFSCs? Do you feel like that's right?
I think it's fair.
Ooh.
It's kind of a contradiction to what I said, because I said standard is a standard, right?
Right.
But then I would also say your punishment is based on the severity. So if an airman at the CSS or at the MPF is asleep at his desk and they have a customer, could that cause somebody to get killed? No. But if an airman at the gate is asleep and somebody gets through the gate, could that cause somebody to get killed?
No.
Okay, why not?
Well, first, you see what Kevin said?
Huh? It is wrong. We are all airmen. I don't agree with that one. I'm sorry, okay. Kevin. Here's the reason why. Just bear with me. Let me bear with me. If the same scenario, somebody shows up at the counter to get an ID card, and the customer and the person's asleep, can the person at the MPF potentially kill somebody? Versus,
probably not.
What is the purpose of someone being at the CSS to give out an ID card?
Well, CSS and ID cards are two different things.
Or MPF semantics.
The purpose is to make sure they have the credentials to get where they need to get to.
Correct.
Go to the BX, get on base.
And if they fall asleep at the counter where the computer is and they can't render an ID card, what is the likely thing that could happen? The person walks out, they might try to get on base, but there's a gate guard there, right?
Well, they're already on base.
Let me walk with me. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's say they're already on base, whatever. They had a base pass. But somebody tries to get through the gate and somebody's asleep at the gate and the guy decides to go through. Your whole purpose at the gate is what? Provide security and identification. Correct. If you fail to do that and somebody walks through the base, you don't know if they are secure or a bad actor. So yes, I think the issue with the airman at the gate is worse than the person at the MPF.
Okay, let's tackle this. Let's tackle this real quick. And somebody put in and Chad already said, it's up to the commander. It's nothing to do with AFSC. I can understand that. But would you agree, Chad, and anybody else, maybe Tony, Scott, I see you on here, Kevin, I see you on here, in security forces if you do certain things. Now, I'm not talking about DUIs. I'm talking about show up to work late. For a flight airman, a senior airman that shows up to work late, working flight, would you say there's a bigger disciplinary gap between them showing up late and a person in P-mill showing up late, showing up late? Would you say there's a difference in the disciplinary standard of those two things? And do you agree with it if you do? I will start first while you guys are typing this. I think there's a huge disciplinary gap between those two things. I will say it helps the airmen out later on, so don't get me wrong, it's not all bad, but there's a huge gap. I will also say that a defender showing up late means that somebody can't go home on time. But I don't believe there should be that much of a gap. You show up one time late to work as a defender, you're going to get talked to. And then you're going to get watched and maybe even been told you need to stay after work, you need to show up early tomorrow. Something's going to happen. Do I feel like that's wrong? Maybe not. But you work P-mill and you show up late, nobody cares. I feel like the disciplinary with the different AFSC is blasphemy. Blasphemy. And as a shirt, I'll tell you, going to a different squadron and seeing how they handle people that show up late, it blew my mind. Blew my mind. Somebody just covers down.
Hey, Tony just nailed it. Why are we acting like all airmen are the same? They're right.
I didn't see that comment.
Perfect.
I agree. And that
I see
pretty
Chad.
much debunks what you just said.
Wait, I still don't see his. My response, it all depends on the circumstances, the unit, the commander, and totality of the circumstance. Oh, there it goes. Why are we acting like all airmen are the same? We should. All disciplinary actions, punishment should be different. Punishment is different. Like, if you get a DUI as a cop, you can't ride on patrol. There's a lot more third, fourth order effects to things that happen like that. But if you get a DUI as P-mill, Tom, something like that, what's the big deal? That don't affect your job. Maybe your security clearance if you work comm. Maybe, depending on where you work in comm. So I'm not talking about punishment. Talk about disciplinary. Just discipline. Stay focused with me. Disciplinary.
What's the difference? What are you trying to say just between disciplinary and punishment?
So punishment is like Article 15, stuff that like articles. Like if you show up late, I guess that's an article that you would have broke. But disciplinary, your supervisor can give out. Punishment is what the commander gives out.
Your supervisor can give out punishment. Like, is it LOR, LOC not punishment?
That's disciplinary. That's
isn't Article 15 disciplinary? Yes, it is.
No, that's punishment.
Punishment.
That is punishment.
No, it's not. Article 15 is a corrective action. It is not discipline. Okay, I'm going to have to prove you wrong, man.
Yeah, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Hey, Chad, get ready to take his diamond, Chad. Get ready to take his diamond.
While you're looking that up, all things cannot be cookie cutter and should be treated the same. Oh, but should it differentiate by AFSCs? Oh, shoot. Pete, you tripping. A pilot and an FS commander are on different scales. I'm saying, okay, I mean, true. An airman who is always messing up will be treated differently for showing up late. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Article 15 is punishment. Thank you, Tony B. DCU tripping.
Man, how about we pack you up, man?
Article 15 is non-judicial punishment.
All right, we 1-1. We're 1-1. All right.
No, you ain't just gonna speak past this. What the ain't that what you told me? Great. Put the diving back on, Chad. Yeah, put the diving back on.
Okay, all right, man. We 1-1.
The Rock. The Rock.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I didn't walk into this one anyway.
The Rock. Diamond. Stop.
No, don't do it.
All right, I'm done. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I'll let you get to it because I talked a lot about it. I want you to hear you, and then we'll move on.
I was so trying to focus on trying to prove you wrong. I missed it. So is the question...
should disciplinary actions be different for different AFSCs? I.e. showing up to work late.
If you're saying it should be written in stone, I don't agree. Who do you say put that cubic
zirconium on?
What's that supposed to be?
A fake diamond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wake up, counselor. If you're saying put it in the AFI to make it etched in stone, I don't agree with you. But I do agree, or I feel that it is different per AFSC, because it's no different than, again, if you're working at McDonald's and you fall asleep at the cash register, somebody gonna be waiting a long time, right? But if you fall asleep at the wheel of a bus,
okay,
there's a big difference.
True.
If you are an airman who is if you are a POL airman or a maintainer, and you forget to bring your gloves out to the flight line and you got to go back to get it, the worst that could happen is you might slow down maintenance of a jet. You might slow down a mission, maybe, right? If you are a PJ about to go on mission and you forget a piece of equipment, gloves, canteen, or whatever, that's a huge impact because you're on mission. So I do think it is different in some cases for area AFSC.
Scott said, not simply for different AFSCs. Again, it should be based on the totality of the circumstances. Some of those circumstances may vary due to the nature of the AFSC. That's kind of what you were saying.
Yeah.
I just wish it was.
I mean, it sucks, but it's like back in the day, just like not chiefs, cops. That's why we're, a lot of people who are outside of cops like to shit on cops, defenders. But what they cannot deny is because of how strict our career field is and how we hold the standard, they always look for cops when they need people to do specific jobs. That's why you see so many cops who are command chiefs, so many cops who are shirts. And I mean, it's because of our career field. It's like feast or famine.
Yeah.
Eat our own. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be like, oh, cops eat their own. No, because there's certain things we have to do that's important. If not, bad things happen. You don't get anything from nothing against my admin troops. Although you would argue we had something happen with admin troop and a bunch of people lost their strike. So yeah, I guess you could say that.
Slowing down mission for a jet due to negligence at Shaw is different than
that is true.
Yeah, I get it. We are built different. Yeah, no, I won't say built different. We just do things different. I just don't agree to the fact that okay. I'm sorry. I'm stumbling all over my words. I can see the logic. It just pains me to know it's true. How about that?
Yeah,
I see the logic.
It's hard.
It just pains.
That's why I think we get a lot of negativity towards our career field.
True.
Why a lot of people say or hear, oh, you went defender, it sucks to be you. Well, that's a hard life. It's because there are things we do within our own career field that is held to a higher standard than others. It's not fair, but I think it's necessary.
And I think the difference between them and I wish I need to get a PJ or a special forces person on here to kind of talk about it.
I'm the command chief for the PJs.
Okay. So when they have disciplinary issues, they probably handle it internally. Probably not a lot of paperwork is given out.
They do.
Us, it's that's how we handle things. I don't get it. Why can't we handle it internally? Like we have no opportunity to train or teach. It's like when you go out there, it's like you need to be game on all the time.
I think there's some places that do it, but again, I think it's up to the supervisor. I've had times where I've done something wrong as an airman. Instead of them giving me paperwork, they made me rock another closed boundary post. And they would come out and drill me all day long. They would make me come in early and do my uniform while they watch. So back in the day, they used to do it. I don't know how they do it now. Now they're so focused on giving out paperwork and it's in your PIF and you can't remove it unless the commander authorizes it. Tony says, how many SF command chiefs out there? We get a lot of negative publicity, but the leaders know where the bread is buttered. Absolutely.
True.
Absolutely. Hell, the SimSAF is a cop himself. The third of all time. I would argue he's probably the one AFSC now that we got Wolf up there is the most AFSC that's been a Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Between Gaylord.
We're also the largest. We're also the largest.
I don't think that matters, to be honest.
No, it definitely matters.
No, it don't.
That's just saying, like,
don't mean you're going to be the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force.
That's true. Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true.
No different than the command chief. It's the 1% of the 1%. Now, if you can say most chiefs, I can see that because we're a large career field. But special duty, nah.
That's true. I'll give you that. Yeah, I just wish it wasn't like that. I've always said that, though. I really wish it wasn't like that. Tony Bostic, sorry. 3 out of the 4. A new wing just to the it's fine. Let me see. Brendan Wall says, I've been very thankful to not receive any paperwork within security forces. Done some dumb things with only a slap on the wrist that I'm very grateful for when I probably needed it. That one's always tough for me. That one's always coming from a person who has a PIF looking like a dictionary. It's hard for me to subscribe to that notion. It really is. It really, really is. And this back to the fact where it needs to be a standard. Because paperwork shouldn't be looked at as so much as a negative thing, more or less as a corrective action. When a comm troop fails security or ComSec requirements, the ish hits the fan. And they mostly shock when their A is being chewed and then sign their Article 15. Okay, that's a big deal. But they know it's coming. Pause. They know it's happening. They know a security or ComSec requirement. They know they failed it, so they could fix it or get in front of it. I don't know. I just think it's different.
Here's a quick example. If a defender is missing a round when they turn in, what do they make them do? Right?
Shoot, they make everybody go back and find it.
I've only seen that. Not in every case. They always make the airmen rack their ammo, and then they got to do like a statement or something like that, right?
Yep.
If a maintainer loses a tool, all hell.
That's a huge deal. Loose. Yep, that's a huge deal.
And you'd be like, yo, it's just a screwdriver.
Well, if it's inside the engine and the plane blows
that's
up.
That's what I'm saying. If a defender leaves his flashlight or round, maybe the equivalent is a weapon. If you leave your weapon somewhere, which I've had many troops do, took a dump and left their weapon in the bathroom, and they realize it, and they turn in and they look in their holster and it's not there.
Yeah.
Then all hell breaks loose. So equivalent to the maintainer, I wish Charles Davis is on here. If a maintainer loses their wrench or tool, all hell breaks loose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Different.
Yep.
All right, let's go to our last topic before we get off for today. I'll just put it up on the screen and then I'll just be quiet. But I have a lot of opinions about this. A lot of opinions. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. LeBron James. Oh, wrong one.
LeBron James is a 76er.
Welcome to Philly, LeBron. I'm sorry for all the stuff I said about you for the past month, LeBron. Look at me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, King James. I am sorry. What was I thinking?
Yep. Wasn't DC just hating on the GOAT last week?
Philly, DC, forget that dude. Pack that dude up. LeBron, you good with me, player? You good with me? Yo, send all the free cheesesteaks to LeBron and Savannah, everyone. All the tasty cakes. You know what I'm saying? Free passes to the L. Yo, all you Philly fans out there, you LeBron fans, here's a couple of things you need to know. One, we hate everybody. Two, do not go to Pat and Gino's for a cheesesteak. No one goes there to eat their cheesesteaks. Joy means a thing. And also, if another team comes in there, we boo them. Welcome to Philadelphia, LeBron and LeBron fans. Look at now, you know what the thing that scared me though, truth be told. I saw a Facebook post. I forgot all about what happened with the Brooklyn Nets a while ago when they had a super team, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Blake Griffin, Kevin Durant. I can't remember who the fifth person was. But everybody talk about how super team they was. And they never got to the finals. Never. But this won't happen to us. It is destined. Philly has not won a title since 1983, back when Dr. J and Moses Malone was the stars. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. The king has arrived.
Did you see Scott's comment? New comment of the day.
My man's jersey collection looks like a
Nah. I put it on the screen.
Okay. GOAT equals get on another team. That's fine. That's fine. Hey. That's fine, baby. That's fine. Brian. LeBron. You know what? All you haters out there, you Lakers fans, you Heat fans, you Cavaliers fans, you guys wanted the king. Now all of a sudden y'all ain't got him. Y'all want to throw him through the trash and the mud. And yes, we was going to throw him. We was going to do the same thing too if we didn't get him. But it didn't happen because we got the king, ladies and gentlemen. We got the king.
Look at what Tony said. Without a bench, they won't get out first round.
What Tony said about the bench, we still winning the title. It's happening.
Not gonna front. The Sixers LeBron jersey looks cold.
I mean, it's just a 23 on now.
Yeah. Because LeBron, I don't know. No different than Joel Embiid.
Everyone hates on Bron until he's on their team. Brandon, that was the other guy, the other Philly DC. I don't even know who that dude packed that dude up. But me, hey, I always love LeBron. LeBron is the greatest.
This is blasphemy.
The other
blasphemy
I did like weeks ago. I don't know who that dude is. Pack that dude up. But me, hey, LeBron, welcome to Philly, baby. Give us that title, baby.
I've never seen somebody so happy over a 40-year-old joining their team.
Hey,
never.
Thomas White, 6 and 6. 6 and 6. Yes, sir.
Is that what everybody's going to start saying?
I didn't call him LeBum 4 days ago.
You did.
I didn't. That's the other Philly DC. That was him. Me, I'm good with LeBron.
Yep, 23 makes every jersey look better. We know why. He'll be the greatest Sixer ever.
Tony, you need to be drug tested, Tony. Let's not get ahead of myself. He won't be the greatest Sixer ever. Now, I'll take it back. If he brings us a title, then I would agree with you. He will be as praised or even more so than Nick Foles. Because the Sixers has been irrelevant for years. Next, I think, the Knicks had to wait since 77. Again, the Sixers haven't won one since 83.
Can I bring up my opinion?
I will say this really quick before you say your opinion. I'm marking it now. We win the title this year. LeBron's discussion between LeBron and the Jordan has gotten close. Very close. Because LeBron.
I ain't worried about him at all.
LeBron would have won a title for 4 different teams. And even more importantly, everyone, I will admit, the Sixers have the better chance of winning a title than the Heat and the Cleveland. I would give you that because everybody's saying LeBron's is ring chasing. But think about it. The Sixers have not won a title since 1983. For him to be able to go on there, put this smorgasbord or meatloaf full of players together and somehow win?
LeBron did that?
I said if he does.
No, LeBron. First of all, did you see Contavious Caldwell Pope is now went to the Sixers?
Yep, not surprising.
LeBron cheat. Brendan, I need to ask you, you said there isn't even a debate. Are you saying Jordan is the GOAT or LeBron is the GOAT? 40-year-old Bron is not better than prime Dr. J.
I agree.
I ain't never seen prime Dr. J.
I agree.
Thomas White, a Philly fan. He won't be the greatest Sixer ever. AI, very true, will always be that. But he will be the most appreciated Sixer.
I kind of agree and disagree because Philadelphia is hungry for a title.
Oh my God. All right, Brendan, I'll get to that in a minute. He has done it for 3 different teams already. Y'all moving the goalpost. This dude is him, and Jordan is number 3.
Tony, pack you up, Tony. Pack you up, bro.
What is wrong? Have y'all heard of Kobe Bryant? Has anybody heard of the Cobster? Number 24? I'm getting upset now. I'm holding my mic closed. Has anybody heard of the Cobster? I don't have my poster up, but it'll be up soon. Really? LeBron beat the greatest team assembled. Whoa, okay. First of all, that wasn't LeBron.
I ain't got no problem with LeBron.
First of all, that wasn't LeBron. It was Kyrie Irving. Did y'all forget about Kyrie being on that team?
What the freak is going on? What is going on? Only thing Bron has at MJ is long. Thank you, Scott. Holy crap. Okay, this is what I got. This is crazy. This is what y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Tony Boss said LBJ Jordan or Kobe Jordan records are made to be broken. LBJ and what? The most teams ever played for? Him and he's like, you know what reminds me of? What's his name? God, I had his name on the tip of my tongue. He played for the Lakers. Robert Horry. That's LeBron James. LeBron James is Robert Horry.
Oh, that's disrespectful right there.
They disrespected. It wasn't LeBron. LeBron damn near averaged a triple-double. Here we go with the triple-double. Bullshit. Did you forget he missed the 3 when they played San Antonio? Did we forget that? Y'all know Jordan had career before the 90s, right? Yeah, of course. So if you just take 6 years, or you could take his whole 13 years, he's still better than LeBron. Check the stats of the series, bro. He led every team category. Did you forget who hit the last shot in that 3-1 series against the best team ever assembled? Did you forget? All right. I need to say the thing about the Sixers. The Sixers will not win the championship this year. They won't win it next year. Here's why. They have a great starting 5, the best starting 5 in the NBA. They have no bench. They are led by a bunch of youngsters coming off the bench. Tyrese Maxey is not going to be the Tyrese from last year. Edgecombe is not going to be the Edgecombe of last year. And Joel Embiid can't stay healthy for more than 8 games in a row. They will not win. It's a great story. Where I say LeBron helps them out is LeBron is going to get people like it's a freaking AAU team. He's going to get people to come to his team. And he's also a great person to lead from their mind. I guess he has a great basketball knowledge to help them if anything happens. I will stop there because I'm saying too much, but y'all are killing me right now. LeBron over Jordan debate is I don't care if he wins 9 rings with the Sixers in a row. He will never be better than Jordan. Ever, ever, ever. And in my personal opinion, he's not better than Kobe. But that's just me. I will yield my time, as they say in Congress.
Well, in all honesty, you didn't have any time anyway, so it's not, you can yield. It's not like
so Ori's better than Shaq Duncan because of the shot Pete playing call. Joel is holding them down. I can't even lie. What? Like Little John said, what? Holding them down, holding the bench down. He's holding down a seat on the bench. He ain't playing. Jordan played against Bummers.
I think what he's trying to say is Joel is holding them back.
Oh, holding them back. Okay. All right. Who? All right. On my Sunday, Philly got his 76er merch on. Charles Davis, we were just talking about maintenance. You missed it. But so yeah, do you think the Sixers are the favorite? Right now, they're number 5 in the power rankings.
They are at least number 2 best to win the title in the Eastern Conference. The only reason why I won't say the Sixers over the Knicks is because the Knicks have better chemistry. They just won a title. And so they're going to have a chip on their shoulder knowing that Philly is gunning for them. And because of that, I think they are better. However, Thomas White says, we don't need Joel the whole season, just the last half. I agree. Great point, Thomas. Great point.
He ain't going to make it.
I think LeBron, much as the other Philly DC, packed that dude up. All that stuff he was talking about LeBron, what he failed to remember or understand is LeBron is known as one of the best ring generals in high IQ in the NBA history.
I'll give you that.
And so because of that, and not only that, look at his track record. The other Philly DC, that bum, was talking about how LeBron was a flop or whatever. Hey, LeBron knows how to run a team. He's won a title with every single team he's been on, although the Lakers was asterisk. That bum Philly DC before said it was an asterisk. Hey, a title's a title.
Oh my
God. That being said,
blasphemy. This is blasphemy.
The track record speaks for himself. LeBron has never went to a team and not won a championship. Even if, I will give you this, the chances of them winning it this year is not as high as the next year. That's why he signed for 2 years.
He won't be there for 2.
I guarantee you, if he don't win the title this year and the Sixers make it to at least the Eastern Conference Finals, he will stay another year and Philadelphia will move the earth to get him who he wants. And people, they won't have to, because you know why? People are going to come to Philadelphia to
No.
It's already been, what do you mean no? Why would they not?
No.
Why would they not? It's LeBron James.
It was LeBron James.
There's been rumors out there that Draymond Green wants to come over there.
Okay, yeah, that's just a rumor.
Even if
what y'all getting a bunch of senior citizens? Y'all just gonna get a bunch of senior citizens?
Look, here's my prediction. You had yours. Here's my prediction.
Yes, I'm waiting to hear.
Philly will win a title.
What year?
This year, but they're gonna win one if not this year, next year.
Y'all let me know in the chat.
LeBron is wearing a Sixers jersey.
Okay.
As long as LeBron is there, we're gonna win. And that's
y'all
the key. That's the key to LeBron, that even this bum Philly DC before this other dude pack him up again. What he fails to remember is LeBron owns the NBA. Can you imagine the story it would be for LeBron to have his last team to win a title? And in Philly, this bum Philly DC before, again, pack that dude up. All this stuff about LeBron is soft. He'll never play for Philly. He's thrown a big middle finger up to Philly DC and says, watch this. The hardest, I would argue the hardest. Somebody battle with me or say, I dare you to say you disagree. The hardest place to play in sports is Philadelphia.
I agree with that.
And for LeBron, who is known to be, I do Philly DC before, pack him up again and say how weak he was. For him to go to Philly over Miami, Miami would have been easy. Cleveland would have been heartfelt. No one expected him to go to Philadelphia. Nobody.
All right, first of all.
The same day Pete says LBJ is the GOAT.
Never. Never. The day after never. Set your clock. Set your clock. Look what Charles Davis said. Team AARP. Exactly. My bad, Divine Council. Senior citizen. Senior citizen.
Pack you up, Pooh. Pack you up, man. Pack you up, Pooh. Go to your room.
Go to your room.
You're old adult now. I'm sorry.
You let me know how much money would you put on the 76ers winning the title this year?
Well, if I had a lot of money.
Now, how much would you have right now? $1,000, $100, $5?
I put like this. If somebody said, I would seriously consider betting it all this year. I said consider.
The house?
Calm yourself.
Put the house up?
I said consider. Consider. The only thing that gives me pause is two things. One, the Western Conference is still stronger. Two, the chemistry. Oh, actually three. Western Conference, team chemistry, and health. Oh, I take it back, 4. How you're going to, but although I won't say 4, because again, LeBron James is one of the greatest IQs out there. He don't have to be old school LeBron. He can be James from Good Times LeBron.
Oh, wow.
2 points.
Wow.
And he's fine. Just him being out there alone is going to make us better. Hail to the king. Hail to the king. Hail to the king.
All right. I see we'll see when the season starts. I feel like this discussion is going to go so different once LeBron has a couple bad games. I feel like this is going to go so differently.
Yeah, I do wonder how Jaylen Brown actually feels about this.
Jaylen Brown, I feel like it will help him the most. I will be honest with that. It's going to hurt Tyree Maxey because LeBron's going to want to bring the freaking ball up. But
Tony, you smoke. What? You need to be drug tested today, Tony. He says, ain't nobody beating the Spurs next year. Bro, they got packed up by the Knicks. The Spurs should have won the title. Them dudes folded. The Spurs folded. They didn't just lose. They lose terribly. 4-1. And they had tell me, Pete, remind me, did the Spurs, did they or did they not have home court advantage, right? So what are you talking about, Tony? Pack you up, bro. Are you serious? The Spurs folded. Wemby was soft. He was spaghetti noodle soft. Wemby, thank you, Thomas. He was a noodle. And he on the cover of 2K27. So you know they going to lose.
Okay, wait. Tony, I do agree with you. I do agree. Devani, I agree with you. Eastern Conference Finals at most. At most.
Okay, that's fine.
Poor Tyrese Maxey. That's all I'll say. Poor Tyrese Maxey.
Well, I mean, if you're saying poor Tyrese Maxey because he's not going to be the number one solution, then that's fine. I think he's perfectly fine with it. Remember, Tyrese Maxey and Joel lobbied for him to come.
True.
They know what to expect. And LeBron is not going to be the focal point. It's still going to be Maxey. He won't get as many points as he did last year, but he got help. He has help now. Teams last year, we weren't even supposed to beat Boston. I get it. They didn't have Tatum, but we weren't even supposed to be that good. Now,
shouldn't be Boston.
if Joe, just like Brown said, LeBron says, and many other people, if Joel could stay healthy, he's focused, he is one of the best big men in NBA history. One of the best. I didn't say he was the best. One of the best. So if Joel and Maxey both lobby for LeBron to get there, you don't think he's going to make them better?
Everything's all good when they're not playing. Wait till they start losing.
And I agree with Thomas White. Edgecombe is the one that's going to suffer the most. He's going to be an afterthought.
Charles Davis said that. Oh, he just said that. If anybody suffers Edgecombe because he's not going to learn a lot.
Oh, Charles Davis, my bad.
But he's going to learn a lot. Yeah, I think he'll learn a lot, but I just feel 82 games is a long season. Embiid has not played a full season, I don't think, ever in his career. And I don't see it happening now. Jaylen Brown has no problems with injuries. Maxey has no problem with injury. Edgecombe has no problems with injuries. LeBron was injured a lot last year. I think the most in his career. I just don't see them beating a lot of teams out the East. I think they'll be number 1 and number 2 out the East. I do say that. Nobody plays in the regular season.
At least 1 or 2.
Yeah,
right.
Nobody plays in the regular season anyway. But come playoff time,
they're making it to the finals. I won't bet the farmers say they're going to win the finals. They're going to make it to the finals. They're going to beat
what finals? The Eastern
NBA
Conference
finals.
or the NBA?
The NBA finals.
Oh, no.
Bank it.
Nah.
Bank it. Watch. You're going to eat those words later. Watch.
We'll see when it's All-Star break and y'all are barely hitting 500.
All right.
And the old Philly DC comes back.
You're telling me that by All-Star break we're not going to be at 500.
No, y'all be up. That's a little
already
too much.
Already
yeah, that's too much. That was
drug testing.
But I will say that y'all be number 2 or 3 by the All-Star break.
We'll be number 2 or 1. Bank it.
Okay.
2 or 1.
We'll see. Good story. Good story.
We're going to be the biggest show in the NBA this year.
Oh, yeah. I'll go see him.
I'm super excited. And again, that says a lot about Philadelphia. Tony, you need to be drug tested. That's what you need to be. It ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some haters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some haters. And Tony, you might say goodbye to the Pistons. Trash. We going to blast them too. So much for Detroit. Y'all had y'all shot. Y'all got blasted.
Yeah,
by
the Pistons
Detroit. By Detroit.
Pistons will be in the playoffs. But
you know what I'm saying?
You know what? You know what's crazy? I see the Pistons playing the Sixers first round.
Even though we're going to kill them, dude. And somebody said nobody was saying that the Wizards were going to go to the finals when Jordan joined them. That's a total different story.
Totally different.
When Jordan went to the Wizards, he didn't have the team the LeBron's got.
Nor did he recruit.
Exactly.
Nor did he recruit.
Which is, hey, you know what? Like I said, the only thing I agree with, the other dude, that Philly DC dude, pack him up, he's right. Jordan is a different animal. But I'm telling you, if LeBron, I'll put it like this. When LeBron wins a title in Philly this year or next year, this conversation before where you had Jordan here and LeBron here is going to be right about here.
That is crazy.
I didn't put him over Jordan, but it's going to be close. And here's why. Let me tell y'all. Just give me a second.
That is crazy.
The Sixers have never won a title since 1983. You know, in the last, I'm going to share if y'all allow me to indulge you, the last time we won a title was when this song aired. This is the last time we won this song, when we won.
Charles Davis said, Pete, you come back to the show and Philly gets LeBron. All right, go ahead.
Where is it at? Y'all see it?
Yeah, I see your YouTube thing. I don't see nothing else.
Hold on. Pack me up. Hold on.
Yeah, pack you up. Goodness gracious. Hey, he said,
give me a second.
Nobody want to play with MJ's goofy. Yeah. Tony Bostic, something is wrong with you. Something is serious.
All right.
Don't you ever call him goofy.
This is the last time we won a title.
Patty LaBelle.
This is what we won the last
we're
time.
gonna get banned. We're gonna get banned. We can't be playing that. We're gonna get banned.
We don't play everything else.
No. We didn't play audio.
Oh.
We don't have copyrights for that. Pack you up.
He said pack you up. He said pack you up.
Tony Boston, you were blasphemous. Call MJ goofy. But you gotta remember, he's a Detroit fan. He's a Detroit fan.
He said pack Joe. He said he called Jordan goofy.
Yeah, he called Jordan goofy.
Hey, Bob, how about you see your way to the door and pack you up, bro?
Yeah,
You've
Tony
been
Boston, that's crazy.
all show, Tony B. Gooch. Pack you up, see yourself to the door. What you talking about, man? Disrespectful, bro.
He's a Detroit fan.
Disrespect. You know what? Speaking of which, I had a great conversation on Facebook with Tony B and Samel Brown. Shout out to Samel Brown. There was a graphic of the top point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
You see that? So I think what Tony B was saying, that he was upset Isaiah Thomas wasn't on that list and John Stockton was.
Kind of blasphemous.
Okay, then I would humbly ask, what do you guys?
I kind of blasphemous.
Well, let me ask you this: your top 5 point guards of all time, who would be number 1?
Oh, I would have to. Can I cheat and look at a list real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, you guys in the chat put down who your number 1 point guard of all time is. I'm curious. Charles Davis says, "Pack Pete up and keep this a one-man show." Pete, you bad luck. Now we gotta see these Sixers YouTube shorts. Hey, shout out to Charles, man. Yo, he helped me get something over here in the UK, man. I want it badly, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Man, I'm torn. I'll go out on a limb. I'll just say, man, so hard. Just one?
Who's your number? No, who's you can pick many, but who in your opinion is the best point guard of all time?
I guess I'll go with Magic. It's hard. It's hard.
I agree.
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard.
Okay. And your number 1, your top shooting guard of all time should be
Kobe.
Over Jordan?
I'll just be that. Nah, Jordan over Kobe. Jordan over Kobe. Yeah.
Kobe would be number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Small forward of all time, number 1.
Ooh, you got to put LeBron.
Yeah, you could. I think Larry Bird was number 2.
Yeah, Larry Bird for sure. But you got to.
Walsh, you said Curry number 2.
I agree with that.
Of all time, Curry is number 2 point guard.
But he's listed as a point guard.
Man, anyway, power forward. This should be interesting. Top power forward.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
Tim Duncan. That's easy.
And then center. This should be interesting.
Shaq.
No.
The Diesel.
No.
I guess he's the most dominant. So Bill Russell. Kareem.
Yes.
Kareem. I'll go with Kareem.
Kareem or Olajuwon.
Or Olajuwon. Yeah.
Tony B says LBJ number 1. Magic, even though he can't shoot. Doesn't matter. 2, Zeke. Wait a minute, you're saying LBJ for point guard?
I think he's saying number 1 all time. I think. I don't know. No, he's saying point guards. No, he is saying point guards.
Man, somebody call the feds and drug test this dude. Where's going
Magic, on? Isaiah, Curry, Oscar, J. Kidd.
Oh, wow. Oscar, interesting. Dell says Dylan.
Of course. Yeah, point guard is a hard one.
It's easy. Magic. That dude revolutionized the position. Yeah, he can't shoot that great, but he was a phenomenal passer. Probably the only one just as good as Magic with passing the ball is LeBron. And I would argue that's probably what makes LeBron so great is that he's so tall, so big, and he can dish the ball. He's got great court vision. There's no point guard out there with Magic Johnson's court vision.
It's funny. Nobody says.
None.
It's funny. Nobody says anything about Steve Nash with top point guards.
That's a great point. I would say Steve Nash is better than Jason Kidd.
Oh wow!
I think he's better than Jason Kidd.
That is funny. I just said it. And look what Dell said.
Nash
Steve Nash, Jordan
NBA MVP.
Yeah,
and he ain't win no title.
Nope.
Dirk is a strong case. Wait a minute. He says Steve Nash, point guard, Jordan, shooting guard, Bron, small forward, Dirk over Duncan.
Yeah, never.
I could never be that upset, but he's not better than Duncan. Duncan is the blueprint for a power forward. And Shaq, again, Shaq can't make free throws. He's dominant. But if I had a team, I would not put Shaq over Kareem. He would even put himself over Kareem or Olajuwon.
You see that?
Only got that championship in Cleveland due to Kyrie Irving the Great.
Sound like something I said.
I agree.
Sound like something I said. And I got criticized. I agree. Brendan says Magic, Kobe, LeBron, Tim, Kareem. So 4 Lakers?
I don't agree with Kobe being number 2. I'm being a shooting guard. He's not better than Jordan. He's close. Jordan's here. Kobe is here. LeBron's here. He won the title of the Sixers joint. He goes about right here.
He bumps over Kobe?
Oh, yeah, my book.
I'll pack you up. Like you would say. Pack you up. I need a dang thing for that. Pack you up.
Pack you up.
Pack you up.
I'm done.
That's right. That other dude, Philly DC, was a straight hater, man. Pack that dude up. Tell you, LeBron win. Yo, he's right on Jordan's heels. Yeah.
Yo, you see what Charles Davis said?
Just because Shaq can't shoot free throws don't mean he is less. Hell, Pete can't read, but he's still one of us. Charles Davis, you now have the comment of the day.
Hey, that was good. I'm not gonna lie, that was good. Quick thinking. That was just good because it was quick thinking. Hater.
Perfect.
That was good though.
But Jordan's better than Kobe. Yes, he is.
All right. Ready to get done with this show.
Yeah.
Good show today. See y'all next week, man. It's gonna be a long season with these Sixers.
Yeah. No, it won't. It's going to be great for us. And again, you LeBron fans that's waiting to come to Philly, hey, join. Come join. Come want to fall. You know what I predict? Just like when the Eagles won the title and we had all these new Eagles fans, it's going to be even worse with Sixers fans. You think when the Knicks came and they went in there and invaded Wells Fargo Center in the playoffs, that won't happen this year. Philly fans are going to travel all over now to see LeBron play. The King. Welcome to Philly, King. I ain't got nothing to do with what that other dude said. Pack that dude up, Philly DC. That dude was garbage, trash. He don't know nothing. You good with me, LeBron. Welcome to Philly, baby.
We out. Unpopular celebrities. We out. Peace.
Go Sixers!
No, this is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Thank God the NFL season's before the NBA season. Thank God. Thank God. If I see you on the show with a LeBron jersey, it's gonna be chaos.
I'm getting one. Real talk, if the Sixers don't win the chip, the city is going to, we're going to burn that city down. And hey, LeBron, if we don't win the title, get ready. You think they throwing eggs at the old offensive coordinator joint? Oh, it's done.
I can't wait for that day because unpopular celebrities is going to be legit that day.
Hater.
It's going to be legit that day. We out. Go Birds.
Go Sixers.
We out.
Go Sixers.
Oh, Sixers.
Sixers. Sixers.